Hi guys, thank you so much for being here with me on this live stream. At whatever point you come in, you might come in early, or you might come in the middle, or you might come in right at the end. Then it's great to have you. So I do apologise. I woke up this morning. Yesterday, I thought, oh, should I do a live? Because I haven't done a live for a couple of weeks. And then this morning, I woke up and I thought, do you know what? I'm going to do a live stream. I'm going to do a live stream. And I was getting my room organised and getting ready. And then I looked at the time and it was like, 15 minutes to 10 o'clock. And I thought, I could put the post out, but not many people are going to see it. So I thought I would just jump straight in and do a live. So I can see I've got somebody with me. So good morning to you. Thank you so much for being here with me this morning. So, guys, I've got loads, absolutely loads that I'm going to share with you today. So it's probably going to be a bit of a long one. So we're going to have a bit of a catch up, and then I've got a topic that I want to talk to you and share a few thoughts about, and I hope that it might help you in the run up to the festive. Well, we're in the festive season, but in the run up to Christmas, and even after Christmas, especially if you're on a health and wellness and a weight loss journey. So I hope that it'll help you. But yeah, so I've got loads to share with you. I've got my notebook with my list of things, because these days I have to like jot things down because I just can't remember. So, and I've got a cup of tea. I love my cup of tea. It just keeps me hand warm. I just hold me mug with it. But do you like my mug? Do you know what? I said to myself, I'm not buying any more mugs, because I did a video a couple of weeks ago where I showed my obsession with mugs, and I've got absolutely loads. I think I counted up and there was well over 40 mugs, and I said, I'm not doing it. I'm not buying any more. I'm just not buying any more mugs. Well, I couldn't resist this one. This one was in Poundland, and it's the houses, which houses have been really, really popular festive decoration. And I've got loads of houses here. You can see some of my houses up here on the fireplace, and I've got some down there. I've got them all over the house. Yeah. So I just thought this is lovely, and it's got this lovely gold handle, and it's just white and gold. So yeah, and this I think was £2, or it might have been £1 or £2 from Poundland. Yeah, so really, really affordable. So I've got my tea and that, so I'm just gonna have a little slurp. There we go. So, loads I want to share with you. So I'm going to just jump straight in. And what I will do is we'll have a bit of a chit chat, and then I'm going to get to the main topic. And then what I'm going to do, when I finish this, I'm going to download it and then edit it, and then upload that chunk around the main topic and upload it as video. So I'll do that. So where do I start? So I start my new job tomorrow. Oh god, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Good morning, Tony. Hello, my lovely. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you, my lovely. Hope you're well. So yeah, I start my new job tomorrow, and I'm really, really excited. Oh, I tell you, you just can't even begin to understand just how excited I am. And I've got a video coming out this week, and I'll just share with you just how being in it could be a situation, it could be a relationship, it could be a job, like in my case, have been in the wrong place. Now, I describe it as being in the right garden, i.e., the right company, but being in the wrong pot, i.e., the wrong team, and being in the wrong position, i.e., the work that you're doing or the location. How just being in the wrong place can really affect everything about you, whether it be your mental health, your emotional health, then it spirals into your physical health. It can just affect absolutely everything, just being, in the wrong job, in my case, or in the wrong relationship, or living in the wrong house, or, yeah, if something's not right for you, it can really affect you. And sometimes what we do is we just battle against it and we're like, oh, things will work out, give it time, it'll work out. And sometimes it just doesn't. And within yourself when something just isn't right for you. And in the job don't get me wrong, guys, I was so grateful that I got my job and I was really proud that I got the job. But I knew I kind of knew on the first day it wasn't the right job for me. I was pleased that I was with the company, but I just knew it wasn't the right job. And at the end of the training, which was 7 weeks, I just knew. I was like, this is not for me. It is just not for me. And I battled with it for 20 months. And it just affected me mentally, emotionally, physically, psychologically, spiritually, just affected everything about me. So it affected me to the point that I felt stuck. And in being stuck, I knew that I needed to move out. I needed to get a new job. But I felt so stuck, I didn't even have the energy to apply for other jobs. That's how much it affected me. So I was like, Angela, you are not going to go into a new year being in that same position. It was, kind of like, and I've had that before, when I've had other jobs or, relationships or even friendships, and I knew they weren't right. And I was like, right, this is the cut-off point. I'm not entering a new year with that hanging over me. And I made a really big conscious effort, took all my energy, all my strength just to do something about it, to cut those ties, to move on, move forward, to leave the past behind. And in the past, things have always worked out, and it did this time. Really made that big effort to apply for I applied for 2 jobs at the same time. I ended up getting the one, which I start tomorrow. Hooray, I'm really happy about that. And then the other job that I applied for, I had my interview about a week and a half ago, and I should hear this week whether I get it. If I do get it, I don't know what I'm going to do, because I'll have these 2 jobs. So I'll have a decision will have to be made, but I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. But for now, tomorrow, I start my new job, and I'm just so happy, so happy. So I have got a video coming out where I do give you a bit of an update about a few different things, but also about that. So what else have I got on my list? So I've done all my Christmas shopping now. It's all done. How are you getting on with your Christmas shopping, guys? Are you still doing it? Have you done it? Where are you with your Christmas shopping? Do drop a comment and let me know. So I've done it. I'm like, that's it. I'm done. I'm not buying anything else. And I did a video, I put a video out last week with like stuff that I bought in the sales earlier in the year, so I've got that box out and I'm like deciding who's going to get what, and doing all of that. So yeah, so got all my Christmas shopping is done, and I am now wrapping them. I've got in front of me, I'm looking down here because I've got this big pile of stuff that I think I've got to wrap. And I love wrapping. I do tend to do my wrapping on the evening. So yeah. Yeah, gonna be wrapping, but for now it's all done. All the shopping is done. So I need to wrap it and get it to my friends and my family and my loved ones. What else have I got on my list? And the other thing about that is, people, I'd love your thoughts on this, guys, because people focusing on Christmas Day. But what I've learned over the years is that I learned to enjoy the season. I learned to enjoy the season from the end of November right through to the new year. So like 6 weeks, I enjoy the season, not just Christmas Day, because what I've found is that the season can just pass you by, and you can be so busy and it can just whiz past you, go over your head, and then Christmas Day comes and it's a bit of an anticlimax. Yeah, for me, I'll be honest, it can be a bit of an anticlimax. So what I've learnt to do is enjoy the season. So I plan to meet up with my friends, my family. We go out for meals and we enjoy that time. I spend time with my grandkids, spend just quality time with them, quality time with my friends and family. I then have time to just relax and enjoy myself and watch my Christmas movies. And I'm not a TV person. I used to watch Corrie and Emmerdale. Those were the only things I watched on TV, and I haven't watched them for weeks now. But I made a list of all the movies and all the programs I want to watch, and in the evenings I'm sitting and I'm really enjoying those. So I'm enjoying the season, enjoying the festivities, and then when Christmas Day comes, I look back and I think, I've really enjoyed the season. And then we top it up, and this Christmas I'm spending the best part of the day with my grandkids as usual, and then I'll be home in the evening just chilling out, relaxing, because they're going to go to see their other nanny, and they've got a new cousin as well, baby cousin, so they'll be spending part of the day with them as well. So yeah, and then after Christmas, again, I still enjoy the festivities right up until New Year. So yeah, I enjoy the festive season, and I don't put the focus on celebrating and enjoying Christmas Day. I enjoy the whole of it. So I'd be interested to know what you do. Yeah, just drop a comment. And I can see I've got somebody else with me. So thank you so much for being here with me this morning. I hope you are well. So yeah, I'm going to be making some videos as I wrap the presents and also have a bit of a chit chat. And there's one video that I'm going to make. I'm going to make a few videos because I've got a few things to wrap, but I want to share with you I've mentioned this a few times on the channel, but I've never actually done a video about it. But I'm going to do it as we're wrapping, and I'm going to share with you a bit of my background about my religious beliefs as I was growing up, and all linked, because I won't tell you too much now because I want you to watch the video and enjoy it. But yeah, I'm going to share that with you, a bit more about my religious beliefs and my views on celebrating Christmas and holidays and things like that. So I'm going to share that with you as we're wrapping. So do look out for that video, guys, and you know what to do. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell, and then when I drop the video, you'll see it. What else have I got on my list? So my garden. I'm going to do a little catch-up video on the garden. Now, I know not everybody enjoys my gardening videos, and my gardening videos get the lowest views, and that's okay, because I know that the people who do like the gardening videos, they do watch it, and they do comment, and they do say they enjoy it. So I'm still going to do a gardening video. So my garden looks very, very, very different to how it did in the summer. So I'm going to do a little video today. Well, my garden bin gets collected tomorrow, and it's the last day. It's for the collection before spring next year. I think they start collecting again in spring. So today I plan, after I've done this video and a couple more, I'm going to get outside and I'm just going to give the garden a final tidy up and get all the garden waste in the bin and then put it out the front, and then that'll be it. No more garden collection. You could still take it down to the tip, but I ain't doing that. I ain't getting garden waste in the back of my new car. So yeah, ain't doing that. So I've got to do it today and get the garden all nice and tidy, and then I'll do you a video of what it looks like and how everything just looks so different to how it did in the summer. I know, looks very different. So videos that I've got coming up is I've been on Manjaro for just over a year now. Yeah, October I started. So, well, gosh, 14 months. So I'm going to do a video to update on my year on Manjaro, and also what's happening with Manjaro, because I had a bit of a catch up with my medical team. So I'm going to do a video and let you know where I'm at with that, and also my weight loss progress, because I haven't done one for a little while. I'm also going to be doing some exciting things that I'm going to be doing here on the channel. Is I am going to be, usually around this time of year, I start thinking forward and start planning for what the things I want to do in the next year, so in 2026. So I sort of pull out my vision board and I sort of look at what things I set as intentions last year and what I've actually accomplished this year. So I'll be doing that, as well as setting my intentions for 2026. So when we hit 2026, it's done. So I'm going to do a video about that. So I'll share with you, just my life update, and also things that I'm planning for 2026. But also, I've vision board workshops, and I have done for many, many years, and I've done them on a group level for friends and family. I've done them for my community, and I've even done them for corporates as well. So I've done corporate vision board planning sessions, and I'm going to be doing another one this year. So guys, if you want to join me on my vision board planning workshop, then look out. I will drop links both in my Facebook group, my Facebook page, and also on my community page here on YouTube. It's going to all be over Zoom, and whenever we've done it on Zoom, it's just been wonderful, absolutely wonderful, just to get together and to talk through and share ideas, and then we go away then and plan that. We gather the ideas in the workshop, because sometimes, if we're sitting on our own and we kind of think, I don't know what to do, but as soon as you start bouncing ideas from other people, then you think, actually I like to do that, or actually, yeah, that sounds like something I want to do. So we gather all of those ideas, and then you have time to then go away and construct it, and then we meet again and we see what you've done, and then we can look at how we can support you. So I've got that coming up. I'm going to be doing mine ready at the end of the year, and then in January we're going to be doing the workshop. Okay, so do look out for that if that's something that you want to get involved in, guys. And then I'm also going to be doing some coaching sessions. So you know what it's like in the new year, after the festivities, we might all just feel a bit like, oh, a bit meh. And we just want to just get going with our life, you know, whether it be with our weight loss, with our saving goals, our financial goals, our career goals, our wellness goals. We just want to get going with that. So I specialise, as you know, around wellness and well-being and mindset. So I'm going to be launching a new series of coaching sessions. They're going to be really affordable. So if you want to be coached by me around your health, wellness, and future goals for 2026 and beyond, then look out for that information that's going to be on the channel, and I'll also post it on the group. So lots and lots of things happening, ready to make 2026 our year, you know, the year we make it happen. And guys, we had our channel members and myself. Some of us met, was it? Yeah, a bit last weekend now. We had a wonderful, wonderful time. We met in Birmingham. We went for a lovely, lovely meal. I was able to meet amazing people like Diane. I've never met Diane before, although she's been a massive supporter of this channel for a very, very long time. So it was absolutely wonderful to meet her and to sit and eat and to chat. And then and there was like, you know, Tony and Horatio, who also support the channel, and then because I opened it up to non-members as well, then we had other people come and join us, and it was wonderful. So we had a lovely, lovely meal, and then we went for a stroll through Birmingham Christmas market, which again was really, really nice. So we had a wonderful, wonderful time. So thank you so much for coming. Thank you. I appreciate you. Guys, so let me just tell you a bit about our channel membership. So here on the YouTube channel, we have 2 levels of membership. It starts at $1.99, and that's just a way for you, if you want to, there's no obligation, if you want to just say thank you for the content and the laughs and the fun, and you know, for being here, you know. So you can make that donation, that contribution, if you want. No obligation, but if you want to, that's there. And then also, if you want a little bit more, you can upgrade to our $4.99 membership, and for $4.99 you get extra videos from me, extra posts, but also Zoom sessions you get invited to. As part of the membership, it's 1 Zoom session a month. But sometimes, because I like to talk and I like to hear from you and I like to hear you talk and share your journeys as well, sometimes we have a bonus and we have 2 Zoom sessions each month. But this month, the month of December, we have got 3. We've got 3 meetups on Zoom. And this is an opportunity where you can come and you can talk and you can share anything that you want to share. We often talk about the health and wellness journey, but it's not limited to that. Anything you want to share, we can talk about. So do come along if you're a member. If you want to come along, then, you know, sign up as a channel member and you will be very, very, very welcome. We've got lots of members at the moment. We've got Ali and Sherry, Tony, Horatio, Diane, Claire, and also Jolene joined us recently as a silver member. So yeah, we've got a few members. So thank you so much. Thank you. I really, really do appreciate you. I've got a feeling I've left somebody out. We've got Tony, Horatio, Ali, Sherry, Diane, Claire, Jolene. Yeah, so if I missed you, I do apologise. You know what the old memories like these days. But yeah, so come and join us on our channel, as a channel member. and it's just $4.99, guys. Yeah. Or if you want to support the channel and you don't want to be a member, I don't know why you wouldn't want to be a member, but if you still want to support me and you don't want to be a member, then you can buy me a coffee. There's links on the channel, or make a PayPal donation. Any offers of support is gratefully received. You don't have to. There's no obligation, but it is appreciated when people do support the channel. It just means that when I get financial support from the channel, it just means that I can pay for things like my vidIQ, which is a way to help grow the channel, and also things like Canva for those thumbnails and things like that. So yeah, it all helps. And for channel members, I'm going to be planning more meetups. Yeah, because it is just so wonderful. So we're definitely going to do more meetups just for channel members. So yeah, feel free to get involved. So that being said, let me have a sip. Oh, I love that. Needed that. So right. So I'm going to get into my main topic for today, and what I am going to do, guys, is this section that I'm going to do now, I am going to edit it and upload it as a video. So if you can't stay with me now, or if you've jumped off, don't worry about it. I'm going to edit this section coming up and upload it as a video. So let's get straight into this, guys. So we're in the festive season, and the festive season can be a time where we can be so busy with doing the Christmas shopping, going out for meals, seeing our family and friends. We can be so busy with so many different things. We can let our self-care just slip that little bit. So thinking about that, I wanted to do a video and share some thoughts with you, and hopefully this might help you to how we can make ourselves priority in the festive season. So, a bit of festive self-care. And I've got 7 key things that I've thought about that I want to share with you, and things that I'm doing and will continue to do. And I know it's helping me in this festive season, so hopefully it might help you too. So the first thing is, I've got itchy face. Oh, there we go. And the first thing is to prepare ourselves a really healthy, nutritious meal. And if like me, you're being invited out to lots of events, you've got work dues and family dues and dues with friends, and stuff with neighbours and colleagues and all sorts of things. If you've been invited to lots and lots of different things, brilliant, because it's great for our social life. But it can mean that we're eating foods that might be heavily processed, especially if we're going to those office party days and we've got all those, the ultra processed foods, or the snacks, or the treats. I say enjoy them, go along, enjoy them, enjoy them. But it can also be a time where our nutrition, we might be eating a lot of food, but it may not necessarily be very nutritious. So what I like to do is at least once or twice a week is to prepare myself a really healthy, nutritious meal, getting that protein in the chicken, getting some veggies in. And I eat my veggies these days via soups. So I had a lovely veggie soup last night, absolutely gorgeous, just mixed vegetables, beautiful. So and then maybe get a little bit of fruit in as well. So, prepare that healthy meal. So whilst you're going out, having those meals with family, friends, colleagues, etc., or those office parties where you're having all those nibbles, you know that you've got a substantial, healthy, nutritious meal that you've planned for yourself. But it's also about showing yourself the ultimate self-care and the ultimate love when you can shop for a nutritious meal, prepare that nutritious meal, cook it and then sit down and eat it, whether you're doing it for yourself or just you and a partner or for you and the whole family. To know that, you're giving yourself that quality time to give yourself that act of self-love by preparing yourself that meal. Really, really important. So I make something really, really special. Something that I absolutely love. So next weekend I'm doing the curry goat. I've got that planned. Is it next weekend or the weekend after? But I've planned. No, it's the 20th. So not next weekend, the weekend after. I'm doing the curry goat. Yeah. Curry goat, the rice, the fried dumplings, the plantain, the lot. I'm making that. Next weekend I will probably do something really nice, like maybe stuffed chicken with cream cheese wrapped in bacon. I love that. And this weekend or this week, I mean, I do have my meal prepared already today. So I've got some lovely soup that I'm going to have. I've got a sausage casserole as well. But I'm sort of craving. Tony, you love the the curry goat. Yeah, love that. I'm also craving lasagna as well. So I was in Lidl the other day and I was thinking about buying ready-made lasagna, and I thought, no, I'm gonna, in the week I've got some mince meat in the freezer, and I think I'm gonna make myself a lasagna, and I'm gonna make it in the slow cooker because my oven's broken, so I'm gonna make that in the slow cooker. So I'm gonna make that. I've got to pop out today, so I will actually practice what I preach. And today I'm going to go and get some stuff from a lasagna, and then I'm going to start assembling it and making that, and I'm going to have that. Yeah. So I'll have that in the week because I've already got my dinner prepared for today. But yeah, show yourself some self-love, guys, and prepare a really nutritious meal for over the festive period, so that it's going to support you on your wellness journey. So the second thing that I like to do over the festive period, and I encourage you to do, is just up that water just that little bit more. Drink that extra glass of water, drink that extra bottle of water, just get that extra water in. Now, if you're anything like me, you're on the move a lot more, and you're, hi Tony, hi Horatio, Tony, you do like your Caribbean food? Yeah, absolutely love it too. If like me, you're on the move, you're out and about more. I've been out to the shops a lot. Yesterday I was with my grandson, took him to the shops. Just out and about more, burning energy, which is brilliant, but I've got to stay conscious to drink the water. Got to drink the water. But also the other thing is the heating's on, which is lovely. The heating's on at the moment. I'm still eating my great big woolly. Yeah. So the heating's on and we can get dehydrated. So drinking that extra bottle of water, really important to stay hydrated. But also, if you're anything like me, I'm in a bit of a drink. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm there on an evening with a rum and coke. Yeah, knocking it back. Well, not knocking it back. I just limit myself to one, maybe 2 or 3 times a week. Yeah, you know, like on Friday night. I had one on Friday night because that was the end of working in that job. Had one, didn't have one last night, but I might have a drink tonight. And then when my friends come over, I'll have a drink with them. You know, it's the festive season, you know, got to enjoy it. But I control it and I balance that out because I'm having the extra sugar, the extra alcohol. I need that extra water. Need the extra water. So if guys, if you were like me and you've got the heating on, you're out and about, you're running more, you might be having that, you know, that little tipple, you know, you might even just be having extra mugs of tea or coffee or hot chocolate. We need that water because all of that is extra sugar. It's going to make us dehydrated. So get that extra water in, that extra glass of water, extra bottle. I left it in the kitchen. I can see it right where I am. I did actually have it with me. I had it upstairs with me last night because I take a bottle of water up to bed every night and I drink it before I go to bed, drink some in the morning when I wake up, and I brought it down with me and I meant to have it here on the table. I left it in the kitchen. See, I try to practice what I preach, guys. Really do. So that's the second thing. So first thing is this festive season, make sure that you look after yourself. Get that self-care in by preparing that nutritious meal, something you really, really enjoy, and enjoy it. Set your table, you know, do that shop, cook your meal and really enjoy it. Second thing is get that extra bottle of water in, get that extra glass of water in, you know, get that in you and stay hydrated. Well, I suffer with dry eyes. I don't know about you guys, but because of my health, my immune system issues, I have dry eyes, and I know when I haven't had enough water because my eyes become really dry and really itchy. And then on the other side, I know when I've had plenty of water, and I know when I'm really hydrated because my eyes just feel really moist and I don't feel like I need the eye drops. So yeah, that's my sign that I've had or not had enough water. But this festive season, I'm just being really conscious just to every day, just keep getting that extra water in. The third thing I would encourage you to do as part of Christmas self-care routine is just to stop. Just stop. To breathe and to relax. Just slow it down a little bit. Because, you know, there's just so much to do. Just so much. I've just thought of something else that I'm going to add to my list. There we go. Yeah, I'll come to that in a bit. There's so much that we can get so busy and wrapped up in, whether it be the shopping, you know, connecting with people, so many different things we can get caught up in. So, you know, and that's whether you are part of a family, whether you're part of in a couple, whether you're on your own, whether you get out and socialize with people, you know, we can get caught up, and it can, for some people, be really overwhelming. For some people it can be underwhelming too. But I encourage you guys just to find those moments in the day just to stop and just to breathe. And it might just be opening the window and just taking a few deep breaths. It might be just standing outside in the garden or opening the front door and standing outside and just to breathe just for a couple of minutes and fill your lungs with that air. Because especially if we've been cooped up in the house, yeah, it's just good just to step outside and just to get some air in. And that just helps us to relax, and it can just clear the mind, yeah, and just help to rebalance us. So very simple self-care routine, but can really, really help us. The fourth thing is when our mind is clear, when we've just taken that deep breath and we've relaxed, find moments in the day just to fill the mind with something positive. You know, it could be a podcast, could be an audio book, could be watching something on the TV, could be a movie. I mentioned a few minutes ago, I've created my movie list, and I'm going to do a video about it because I've seen some cracking movies already. But last night I was watching what's it called? Come Fly With Me. Is it Come Fly With Me? I'll do a video about my movie list. Oh, it's an old movie, not old as in vintage, but it stars Leonardo DiCaprio. It's not it's forget what I said. It's not called Come Fly With Me. No, it's called Catch Me If You Can. I don't know why I said it was Come Fly With Me. It's called Catch Me If You Can. It is a fabulous movie. It's not a Santa Claus Christmas movie, but it comes on every Christmas because it is such a good movie. It stars Leonardo DiCaprio, and oh God, another guy. I can see his face now. But basically, it's about a con man, and yeah, I'm going to do a video and I'll tell you more about it, but you've got to watch it. It is so good. So there's that. I've seen The Greatest Showman. That is really good. If you like musicals, that is. But find something that you can just indulge in, whether it be movies, audiobooks, podcast. You know, I've listened to some fabulous, because you know me, I'm always got headphones in, and always listening to an audiobook, podcast, true crime, always listening to something, and that just helps me. It just fills my mind with stuff, and I'm learning. And you know what, I'm going off topic, but this is why I love podcasts. I'll just tell you really quickly. I was listening to a podcast yesterday, really random, well, randomish but connected, but it was about grief, because you know, I lost my Bobby, and I recognise that I'm grieving. I'm in the stages of grief, and this podcast just came to me. It just popped up in my feed, so I listened to it, and it's so interesting. And he said that like grief and death has become sanitized, because he said back in the 40s, houses were built with very large doorways, and that was to get coffins in and out. Because Tony, Horatio, if you're listening to this, and if you're of a certain generation like me, you'll probably remember this, but the younger generation don't know this. The newer generation, they're not familiar with this. But when we were growing up, we had a front room and a back room. Yeah, we had the parlour and also the back room. Yeah, guys, if you remember this, let me know. And he said, really interesting, I've never even thought about this. He said houses were built with wide foot doors to get coffins in and out. That was their purpose, no other purpose. It was built to get the coffins in and out. And when somebody died, you brought them into the parlour, and the coffins were in the parlour. You remember that, Tony? Yeah. So the coffin came in and it was in the parlour. Okay. And then over the years, and the parlour was always the best room. It had the best furniture, you know, and it was where the adults went. Kids were not allowed in there unless by invitation. And in our house, when I was growing up, that was the best room. And when my parents had family or friends over, that's when you went into the parlour, yeah. And we were only invited in there on special occasions. Other than that, we lived in the back room. But he said that, so houses were built with those two rooms, the front room and the back room, and the front room was called the parlour. And you brought the dead in, and they were in the coffin overnight, and then they went back out. And then he said, over time, the parlour moved to funeral homes. There was this great surge of funeral homes being built, and then the coffins no longer came into the house. The coffins then went into the funeral parlour. Yeah, so the parlour was no longer in the home, because now they were building homes differently. The parlour moved to the funeral parlour. And I was like, oh my goodness, yeah. And then he said that room then over time became known as the living room. And I was like, goodness, because, you know, we would talk about, we're going in, you know, some things in the living room, or, you know, we're having dinner in the living room, and we talk about the living room. And I was like, oh my goodness. And he said it was because now that society had sanitized and cleansed the home from that culture of having the parlour, and the parlour was to bring your loved ones who'd passed away. That had now gone, and we've now got separate homes, a funeral home and the funeral parlour. So that it had all come out of the house. So now that extra room became the living room, because it was no longer the dead room. It became the living room, and that's where we then had this new culture of living. And then, if you remember, this happened in our house in the 70s. There was a trend and there was a style to knock through. So you had a through lounge. So my dad knocked through the wall that separated the parlour to where the rest of the house. So we now have this one big living room. And I was like, oh my days. Yeah, Tony, you remember Caribbean having parties down the cellar under their houses, and that was an underground room. Yeah, indeed. And I just thought to myself, you know, these societal changes happen, and growing up, we remember the changes happening, but we don't always remember and know why. And it was only when I was listening to that podcast and he put the context, and I was like, boom. Now it made sense. Now it made sense why, you know, we saw this rise of funeral homes, and we talk about the funeral homes and the funeral parlour, and very rarely do now people bring their dead inside the house. When my mum died, with the cortege stopped outside of the house, and you see people doing that, and they drive along the street and they stop outside the house. They don't bring the casket in or the coffin inside the house, because society and culture has changed. And, you know, we now have living rooms where we live rather than the dead room or the parlour, because that's been sanitized and now it's taken out, it's been cleansed. Very interesting. Very interesting. How did I get onto that? I don't know. I was talking about podcasts. That was it. I was talking about listening to podcasts. I tell you, I love podcasts. There were just so many interesting things to know and to learn and to discover when you listen to podcasts. So yeah, fill your mind with podcasts or TV programs, or movies, or listen to music, but whatever it is, make it positive. Fill your mind with positivity, fill your home with positive energy in the festive season. So you look back at Christmas Day, you can look back and think, oh, I've really enjoyed this festive season, and you're now well nourished, you're well hydrated, you've relaxed, you're not stressed, your shoulders isn't up there because you're tense because you've got so much to do. You're relaxed and you can breathe. And then the fifth thing is move your body. Find a way to move your body. Step outside, go for that walk, do a little bit of gardening, tidy up your garden like I'm going to be doing shortly. Go for a swim, go aqua aerobics, get to the gym, do something that you love, go badminton, tennis, whatever it is, go for that walk. Yeah, get your steps and do whatever it is that you enjoy. Do your yoga, do your stretches, put on a video to move your body, but move your body, and you're really going to enjoy that. You're going to be filled with energy, and you're going to be able to enjoy and embrace the festive season, knowing that you've looked after yourself. And then when Christmas Day comes, you ain't going to feel sluggish and meh, because you've run yourself ragged, you've got no energy in the run up to Christmas. So yeah, move your body and be energized. And then the next thing on my list is think about your nighttime routine. We know that sleep is so important for our body and also for the wellness journey. So think about your nighttime routine. Yeah, what does that look like? Can you make it that extra bit special for the festive season? What is it that you do? So usually about 5-6 o'clock, because once I'm in, I ain't going out anywhere. People can come to me, but I ain't going out. So what I do is close the curtains, I go and have a bath, I get my nice snuggly pajamas on, I come downstairs, I put the electric blanket on, and my fill up my hot water bottle. I've got a nice drink, whether it's my tea, whether it's my hot chocolate, or even a rum and coke. I've got all my lights on, my Christmas light. You can't see it now because of the light in the room, but I put my Christmas tree on. Well, the tree on the lights is on, or in fact, all the lights are on. You might not just be able to see the lights over here, but I put all the lights on. I light my candles. My room is lovely and fragrant, and I just hunker down from about 5:30. That's it. I've hunkered down. I've had something to eat, and I'm nice and cozy, and I'll be usually listening to something in my ears on a podcast. I might have something on the TV or a movie. I've got the cats at my feet, and I'm nice and relaxed. I also have sort of drawn the curtains upstairs. I've put the electric blanket on my bed as well. Room's nice and clean and smells good. And then when I'm ready, usually about 9:30, then I switch everything off down here and I go up to bed. But by that time, I'm really relaxed, and then I just get into bed, and usually within a few, I put my eye mask on. I have a heated eye mask for my dry eyes. Put that on, and I lie in bed, listen to like a podcast or something, and before I know it, I've fallen asleep. And then I don't wake up till the next morning. And so I have a good routine, and then I wake up next morning, drink some water, I start my day. So and then when I do that, I'm energized for the day, energized, and I have a plan of what I'm going to do for the day. And I usually say to the cats, what's the plan for the day? And the cats usually just go meow, like I'm just gonna get out in the garden for some air, and then I'm coming back in, have some dinner, and go back to sleep. That's usually their plan. But yeah, I have my plan for the day, and I know what I'm gonna do. So yeah, have that nighttime routine. The seventh thing is social. That's what I wrote on my list. be social. Think about festive season is about connecting with people, whether you connect in person, whether you connect on Zoom or on Teams, whether you connect with your neighbours, your family, your friends, your meeting, or just on the telephone or on WhatsApp. Connect with people. Yeah, it's the festive season is a time for others and for our loved ones. So make a plan to get out and see people. If you're in a busy environment, if you see your loved ones all the time, if you around, you live with your family, if you're out at work and you see people, find different ways perhaps to connect with them. Yeah, if you always eat together at home, maybe go out for a meal. If you're always in the office with people, go out, do something social, but find ways to connect with people. But it's often challenging if we live on our own, or if we're just, we don't see people often. Maybe think about ways that we can connect with people. Maybe think about community groups. Is there something happening at your community centre or your local library, or if you got a church nearby? Find ways to connect with people, either in person or virtually, because that can make such a difference. Because the festive season, we often see images of families and friends and lots of people together having a great time, and that's wonderful if you have that. But not everybody has that. Not everybody has big circles of friends and family. Some people are on their own. So, and it can be quite depressing. It can be a very lonely time. So for everybody that's, out socializing and having fun, there's probably like 3 or 4 people who's very lonely and very isolated. So, if that's you, if it's a quieter time for you, if it's an isolating time for you, if you feel lonely, then think about how you can connect with other people. Community centres, churches, meetup groups. There's lots of meetup groups on the internet. Social media, are great places, and having the things online is great, but where you can, try and make that personal connection, connect with somebody. Yeah, and then even if you do that once, and then you've got lots of online things, brilliant. But finding connection and finding community is really important. Reaching out maybe to family and friends that we haven't heard from for a while, invite them over for a meal, or plan to go out for a meal, or even if it's just a coffee. In my local town, we have a hub. Where I used to work in my old job, we used to use this centre, and we used to run workshops there for my work. But I know that it's a hub, and it's an open drop-in hub, and it's wonderful because anybody can, and it's held in the bus station, so nice and central in the town. Anybody can go along, have a cup of tea, have a biscuit with them. There's always somebody there to talk to. And we used to use it for work, but I just thought it was a wonderful facility, because there was lots and lots of lonely people, and people used to just leave their houses and go there for a cup of tea, just so that they could get out of the house and connect with somebody. And I used to look at that and think, how wonderful. And then they had a big community room, and they used to put on all sorts of things. People can meet and play games, or there've been knitting groups, and card groups, or board game groups. And I just thought, how wonderful. So I've got that in my town, and I'm sure wherever you are, there'd be stuff like that, guys. So yeah, that's all part of self-care. Yeah, all part of looking after ourselves. And then the last thing on my list is gratitude. think about 3 things that you're grateful for. And if you know, for some people that's a bit too much, think about just one thing that you are grateful for every day from now right through to the end of the year. Just have that moment and think about, you know, what you're grateful for, whether it be, you know, the fact that, you know, you've got health, that you've got a roof over your head, that you can afford to put the heating on, because some people can't afford to put the heating on, you know, that, you know, you've got food in your cupboards, that you've got your strength, that you can go for a walk, that you've got somebody to call, somebody to connect with. Yeah, grateful that you've got neighbours that you can exchange a Christmas greeting with. Yeah, think about something that you're grateful for and maybe write it down, and maybe start a new habit, a new practice of just having a notebook where you just write every day something that you're grateful for. And then when we start doing that, we start looking at the bigger picture of our life. And yeah, gratitude goes a long way. And again, that's another form of self-care. So guys, there we go. Christmas, I'm going to call it festive season. The festive season self-care checklist. So just to run through those again. Number 1, prepare yourself a nutritious, healthy meal. You know, plan it, shop for it, cook it, you know, prepare it. Set yourself set the table, or wherever it is that you eat. You know, get your best cutlery out, your best plates out, yeah, and prepare yourself that meal and enjoy that meal. Yeah, invite somebody along to share it with you. But look after yourself, look after your nutrition needs this festive period. Number 2, drink some water, drink some extra water. Yeah, get that extra glass of water and get that extra bottle in and keep hydrated. Number 3, just stop, just breathe, just relax, just take a moment just to come down every day. Just have that conscious moment of breathing and just breathe nice and deeply. Number 4, listen to something positive. Yeah, keep that positive energy all around you, whether it be music, a movie, TV program, a podcast, an audiobook. You know, just have that positive energy around you this festive season. Number 5 is move your body. Get out for that walk, go for a swim, go for that stroll, get out and tidy the garden, put some music on and dance. Just find ways to move your body every single day. Number 6, think about your nighttime routine and create that routine that is going to support you through the festive season, so that your body gets the rest and relaxation that it needs. Number 7, connect with people, socialize. Socializing is good for our mental and emotional health and our emotional well-being. So find ways to connect this festive season. And number 8 is find things that you're grateful for, that gratitude, and record that, and just ponder on that this festive season. So there we go, guys, our festive season self-care checklist. I hope you found it of value. Do drop a comment and let me know if there's anything in addition to that you do that supports you, or maybe something on that list that you already do that helps you, or maybe something that you think, you know what, that's a good idea, I'm going to start looking into that. Do drop a comment and let me know. Guys, thank you so much for being with me here on this video, or on this live stream. I am going to download this latter section, edit it and upload it as a video. So you know, if you've missed the live stream, you can still watch this section. But guys, thank you so much for being here with me today. I've got a few more videos that I'm going to be making now, and you know, till the end of the year, all around festivities. So do join me on those. Guys, thank you. Whatever you're doing today, have a lovely, lovely day. What am I going to do now? I'm going to go and make myself something to eat. And then I've got a couple more videos to make. I need to get out in the garden and give that one last tidy before the bins get collected. And and that's it today. Yeah, it doesn't sound like a lot, but it's going to keep me busy all day. So guys, whatever you do, have a lovely day, and I will see you very, very soon. Take care now. Bye.